Hello, ducklings! Welcome to Tashi's Treats. I'm Tubed and Tashi, and today we're going to start day one of our adventure in eating economically and very well. We're going to start out by doing some chicken for our lovely day off meal, and we're also going to be prepping some things for some future meals as we go along. So this should be a real great adventure and a wonderful chance for us all to learn a little something new about saving money and eating well. As you can see, I have two big old roasters going on here. And the reason for that is that while we're preparing tonight's delicious lemon pepper chicken breasts, we are also going to be prep cooking some food for later this week. I'm using this bowl to peel all of my peelings into. And I'm also going to put the ends of my carrots, my bits of celery, my bits of onion. And when I'm all done, I'm going to gather up what's in this bowl, what some people might refer to as a trash bowl. And I'm actually going to save it because we're going to be making some chicken and dumplings next week. And when we go to boil today's old bones and some old bones from next week, we'll definitely want these little bits and pieces to help flavor our stock. These two guys down here, I'm saving aside. You can't see my workspace. Don't worry, this will all get better. And then these 8 guys are going to get chopped up. So let's go ahead and chop these guys up. You may be thinking, what on earth is she grating those for? Well, tomorrow night's dinner is going to be pulled pork and coleslaw. Can't have coleslaw without some grated carrots, so we might as well do it now while we have the carrots out. We already peeled them. They're only going to taste better tomorrow if we start it now. So we might as well. Plus, Monday morning, not a time you want to make coleslaw. Monday after work, even less of a time you want to make coleslaw. And if you make it today while you're already cooking, and you're already spending this little bit of time, then you'll feel so much happier tomorrow when you're sitting and watching television with your family or working on a project you've been putting off, because you now have time to eat well and be with your family. All right, cut that down to just a little bit. Knock that off there. And the carrots are all beautifully done. Okay, we've got some celery in here. I'm thinking maybe a little bit more. Although the celery melts down, it does tend to be a really good flavor provider. I'm not real super big, like I'm going to eat the celery out of that roast. But boy, a roast that doesn't have celery, I can tell the difference. Now I'm going to do just a real rough chop on this because I'm going to use this as a little bit of a bed for my chicken breasts. We're saving these, remember. We're going to freeze them, so it's not like we're just saving raw onion in the fridge, which can not only smell up your fridge, but also I'm not real sure about how onions collect bacteria, and I'm not real fond of eating things that might give me a tummy ache or any extra gas. This is a beautiful Myers lemon, and I got a bag of these, and I'm just dying to use them because I think that they're extra, extra delicious, and I like them. I'm going to choose this guy because he looks especially like he wants to be my friend today. So we're going to take this big breast. His skin's a little sloppy, so we're going to pull it back over. We're going to set him on top of that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to turn him over just the tiniest bit and squeeze a little bit of this lemon on his backside. It's okay if some of those seeds fall in there. You're not going to notice that when you're done. And then everybody will go, oh, it's hot. Oh my God, the smell of this Myers lemon is really awesome. Okay. All right. Now you can use your grinder and kind of do it that way if you choose. I prefer to just throw a few peppercorns on top of it and let it kind of roast together. Just let it stick up on there like that. There you go. Just a few. I'm also going to take my olive oil here, and I'm just drizzling a little bit of olive oil over the top of this chicken. Okay? And I'm also going to drizzle some olive oil over my veggies. And I'm going to just give us a little bit of love here. There we go. We've got these chicken breast with basically Italian flavored. You got your basil, oregano, your red chili pepper flakes, a little salt. Got that all over here with some olive oil. And then over here we got some rubbed sage. Just real simple. These are all going to go in as well, uncovered. And as soon as that oven's done preheating, we're going to get jamming on this cooking. Okay, I'm putting my 1/4 to about a 1/2 cup of water, maybe I'd say about 1/3 in there. So I've got olive oil and water, some stabbed potatoes, then tinfoil. So those kind of steam. For potato salad, things like that, we want them to be kind of soft and mushy. These on top, we want them to bake a little firmer because we want to be able to make twice baked potatoes out of them later this week. This is going to save you. You're going to be able to have twice baked potatoes on a Wednesday. Really, people, this is going to be life-changing for you. And when you think about eating one person for a week for $30, that's really, it's worth this little bit of extra time. And I mean, you're kind of enjoying hanging out with me, aren't you? You know you are. Let me go pop these in the oven. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting things picked back up, but I did want to show you, I slipped all of the stuff that was inside the stock pot into a baggie. And I'm going to pop this in the freezer so that it doesn't spoil so it'll be ready whenever we go to use it later. Well, it's half an hour until everything's ready. I've got cakes in the oven. I have tonight's dinner. I have things for next night's dinner. I have lots of things going on in my little tiny oven. More than anything, I'm saving money, saving time later this week, and making some pretty delicious dishes along the way. All right, join me in half an hour. I'll be back. It'll only be a moment for you, but I'm going to have myself a little sit down. Okay, our first batch of chicken I've already pulled out of the oven, and isn't that gorgeous? Okay, as you can see, I have some of the potatoes out. The ones that were on top of the foil, I went ahead and placed them on the bottom rack of my oven so that they get a little bit firmer on the outside and a little softer on the inside. Went ahead and poked them just a couple times with the knife to see how their temperature was on the inside. Here's the ones that we're making for the future. And let's go ahead and cover them up. We're not going to worry about them until tomorrow anyway. I'm going to set them aside and we'll let the food in the oven continue cooking. We're out of the oven. Look how beautiful these veggies turned out. Gorgeous, delicious, nice, lovely. Now, while these beautiful, lovely bits of gorgeousness were cooking, and our beautiful chicken was sitting and relaxing, it's still nice and warm, we also were cooking up, let me set that down, some eggs. I boiled some eggs, and I boiled them for 10 minutes, and when they were done, I popped them into ice water, which has now melted, and so it's just really cold water. I did 6 eggs. We're going to be using them later in this week for some really good potato salad. Well, here we go. This is a beautiful meal to serve your family. We've got all of this lovely food, and we've prepared a lot of things for this next week. And this isn't all that we're going to be eating tonight. Let's not forget about our cake.